So I pulled it off, sitting right here. I rehoned where the bearings sit, and as you can see, I managed to get the shaft in this time without having to really force it in, so it goes in freely, and the bearings spin a lot more freely. Yeah. Unfortunately, while I was smashing this one in, I accidentally, this slid here, and it caved in the dust shield, so it's still good, but fuck. Anyway, so luckily it came with 10, so I replaced it with a brand new one. So now I'm going to put it back on and see how it goes. It wasn't that difficult to take it back off. Getting the pin off wasn't too bad. You know what, let me put this here. But I'll tell you, I feel much better now that I went the extra mile to make this right, because I think I definitely think this motor will be adequate to run the whole machine, and if doing this little extra work now can save me from buying a high torque motor, then yeah, for sure. And I know for sure by doing this too, any motor that you put here is going to have a lot less of a hard time turning these things because there's a lot less friction. So, but for some reason it's still a bit stiff. You know, like I can turn it, but I had a lot easier time putting them back on this time around. But fuck, it was hard pounding these out. Holy shit. They didn't want to budge, you know? And then when I put this one all the way in, no, that one I think it was, that I smashed the shield on, when I went to go take it back off, it came out a lot easier. So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised that they did that on purpose so that these bearings would fail. Sometimes, you know, I mean, they go through all the trouble on this machine, and sometimes they leave small little things like this so that there'll be premature failure, you know. The other reason why I wanted to do it and make sure that it's all right, you know, is because I don't want the chain to stretch prematurely as well, you know. Because you think about it, since I put the bigger sprocket on my bicycle there with the HG chain, with the high heavy duty chain, it doesn't stretch as much anymore, you know, because there's a lot less force that the chain has to pull. So it's the same principle here, you know. The only time that chain experiences any sort of force is when dough is being passed through the rollers. That's it. Everything else should be running smoothly without any friction. That's what I want. So I'll put that back together, and we'll see how it spins.